right, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It is Sunday, 11/14. I just got back into Midland from fishing Lake Brownwood this weekend. Really quick, guys, I want to say thank you to everybody who has tuned in and watched these episodes. It truly means the world to me, guys. Hearing it from certain, random people, whether it be from the trail, co-workers at work, just people I know in general, just saying, hey man, I heard you had a channel, I watched your episode. Thank you, man. I really, really appreciate it. It motivates me to keep posting these videos, to keep showing up, recording. So thank you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Again, it motivates me to keep posting, and I really, really appreciate it. So to get into this video today, guys, I just wanted to kind of recap this weekend. Showed up on Thursday night, set up camp. Overall, this weekend, guys, a huge shout out. And if you're ever going to Brownwood, or if you're ever planning a trip, go check out Sandy Beach RV Park in Lake Brownwood. Reserve a spot. You can show up and speak to Shelly. She kind of does she's the one that kind of drives around, takes care of the park, I believe. But guys, it's an absolutely beautiful time right now to get out and camp. The grass was really green. There was green trees. We were right next to the water. There's a little fishing pier. They had an Easter egg hunt for the kids, guys, this past weekend. Man, it was just an absolutely hands down awesome time to get out there and camp, guys. So I showed up Thursday, set up camp, got with the guys. We hung out, woke up Friday morning. I pre-fished Friday morning, guys, and I'm not gonna lie, it was tough out there for me on Friday. I caught one fish during the pre-fishing on Friday, off of a stretch right next to a flat, and that was all the excitement I got all day. And I thought, going into tournament day, that it was just gonna be a rough time. So kind of throughout the rest of the day, went into camp. We hung out, we cooked burgers. We just hung out. Me and the guys, we hung out, we camped. They drank a few beers. I think I may have had one, I may have not. Just got ready. I met a new buddy that fishes the trail. Shout out to Sergio. If you're watching this, man, had a freaking awesome time, dude. I was talking to my wife about it on the phone, and man, just an absolutely awesome time. We were laughing a lot. Sergio, man, he's just man, yeah, he was just a really, really cool guy to meet, man. So if you're watching this, man, it was an awesome time, bro. It was, a pleasure to meet you. Hopefully we can meet up on the next tournament. But yeah, we just met up. We started tying up different lures and such, so some of the guys, they retie their lures, and I was asking one of my buddies, I said, man, what is the reasoning for that? What is behind that whole thing? Because my thing was, and my thoughts were, why am I going to retie? Because I literally only caught one fish the whole day. And I was like, I really didn't know why people retied. And there may be certain perspectives on it, but I asked Sergio and I asked Asa, and I kind of got some, different ideas and perspectives. And the way that they explained it to me was, if you're catching fish, especially if you catch a little bit bigger fish, they can fray your line. And you don't want that to happen during the tournament, where you have a line that's weak, and you go to hook a big fish and you end up busting your line because you didn't retie the night before. So it opened up my mind, and it got me to thinking. I was like, man, I'm so glad I had this conversation, man, because sure enough, like, I wasn't gonna retie, but I ended up going and retying my lures. So shout out to the guys, man. I really appreciate that advice, man. It really helped out. So getting into the tournament day, guys, woke up, kind of had a plan, kind of didn't have a plan, because I only had caught one fish the day before. I went back to the spot. Immediately went back to the spot that I caught that first fish. Another little story. I saw this other kayaker coming in, and he went, like, I don't know, maybe 50 feet or so from me. And the guys and I have a group text on our phone, and I was literally typing it up, fixing to take a photo of this kayaker in front of me. And I was like, guys, you're not gonna believe it. This dude's right in front of me, this and that. Come to find out, it's one of the buddies that's in the group. He's like, oh yeah, it's me. And I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, man. Like, dude, I was literally fixing to send this in the group, man. But since I know it's you now, you better catch that fish. He was right in front of that little pocket that I caught that fish on Friday. So he ended up not catching anything on that stretch. And so long story short, yeah, I get to that spot, and tournament starts, guys. I ended up not catching my first fish till probably about, I'm gonna say 9:30, close to 10 o'clock. And I've heard it from everybody. I've heard it from countless guys, and I've kind of experienced it myself. If you don't catch a limit by noon, the rest of the day, it's just tough. It's tough, man, because you're on the water from 6 to noon. You know what I mean? And you're on there for hours, and you're like, you're getting kind of beat up from the sun and everything else. And then that's another reason why, guys, I feel like it's so important to just stay hydrated out there, man. Like, I know us as guys, like, we're out there doing our thing, we're locked in, but man, I took two 50-ounce bottles from HEB, mix some liquid IV in there, guys, and I just try to drink that throughout the day. But yeah, I had caught one fish, and I just thought, man, dude, it's just it's gonna be another one of those tournaments. But man, to get to the juice, guys, I had a freaking absolutely awesome turnout, man. I had an incredible day. I caught a limit for my first time. My first time in a tournament, I caught a limit, and man, it was an absolutely awesome freaking time out there, man. It started getting windy, and I heard it from a few guys, like, man, it's gonna get rough out here, it's gonna get choppy. And I was a little iffy because I'm newer to the kayak fishing world, guys, and I've been doing it now for I think mid last year is when I started. I don't know, maybe a little over a year now. I've been doing these kayak fishing tournaments, I guess. And so the whole wind thing is new to me, man. When it gets windy out there, you're on a kayak, it starts getting a little sketchy. So, but that is another reason why I've explained in my past videos, guys. I went with the Old Town Autopilot freaking design because it has spot lock on the motor, and that was the entire reason for me getting that kayak. I had an awesome time because it was windy, but I had my spot lock on, and that's how I caught them, guys. I caught them in the wind. Sergio, I'm gonna have to do it, bro. I told you I was gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm a man of my word. So Sergio actually made a comment, not that he was clowning on me, but he was like, hey man, are you gonna throw that tomorrow? Like, or he said, hey, do you still throw those? And what he was talking about, guys, shout out to the old lady angler. This is, I watched her video, and I started throwing this year, is a tiny child rig. I'll try to put it on the video for those that don't know what that is. The way that I rig it, the way that I saw her rig it, and I added a little bullet weight to mine, but it's a 1/0 EWG hook with a Z-Man Ned rig, TRD Ned rig, Texas rig, the Ned rig, so you can make it weedless. And then I add a little tungsten bullet weight to the top. So it's essentially, to me, like a downsized Texas rig. And that's what I was, guys. I spot locked my motor on a few different points this tournament, and I was pitching in the wind in like 3 to 5 foot of water all day. And man, guys, oh my gosh, I caught at minimum 20 fish this tournament, guys. Man, I had a freaking awesome time. I caught dinks, I caught 11-inch largemouth, I caught white bass. The biggest, I believe, was like a 15-incher, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe it may have been like a 14.5. But regardless, guys, I was catching fish, man, and it was awesome. It was freaking awesome, man. I found them this tournament. I figured them out. I mean, and that also goes to show, like, throw what you're confident in throwing. Throw what's catching fish, guys. If it's a freaking TRD Ned rig, if it's a TRD crawl, if it's a spinnerbait, if it's a big swim jig, if it's a whatever it is, throw it, man. Keep throwing it until you're not catching fish anymore, man. And then yeah, of course, after that, you're gonna have to start thinking, man, what's in my arsenal that I can try to throw to try to catch them. And man, guys, again, spot locking in the wind, pitching that little TRD Z-Man Ned rig, letting it sink to the bottom, slowly dragging, maybe popping a few times. And I even put it in my head. I felt a tick, and then after that second tick, guys, I set the hook, and I was telling myself in my mind, boom, tick, tick, boom. So yeah, man, that's how it was, man, for the catching all those fish. I had caught that one that was, that was the link that I could use for the tournament. And then my second keeper, man, where was my second keeper at? I can't remember where my second keeper was at, guys, but it was on that TRDZ, man. My third keeper was on a, and I'm giving you all the juice right now, guys, because that's just the type of angler I am right now. Like, it's just who I am. I want to share the knowledge. I want to share exactly what I was doing. So my third keeper, I caught it on a weightless Cinco Texas rig. It was green pumpkin. Shout out to Randy on YouTube. I can't remember his last name right now, but if y'all don't watch him, look it up. Randy, I think it's Intuitive Angling or something like that he has. I'll try to find the link to his page. He gave a tip on using Cinco's one video about rubbing that worm until you're basically engaging that salt. You're bringing the salt out of that worm. And I didn't know that. Until I saw his video and I watched his video. So that's exactly what I was doing, was I rubbed that worm enough to where you can see all that salt, man, just covering that lure. And, it helps that lure sink a little faster, I believe. And that third keeper, I threw it maybe 3 times. And that third time it sunk. And it felt weird, man. I was explaining to the guys, because weirdly and oddly, I don't throw Cincos a whole bunch. After this tournament, I'll start. But, man, I had it out there. And it just, with it being weightless like that, it doesn't feel like you have anything on your line. So it's kind of hard to, like... And that's the whole reason why they say that this lure is just so badass, because it's floating in the water. So, like, it hits the surface, or it hits the top of the water. And with it just being weightless like that, just helps it, kind of just subtly just fall. And it helps, my buddy Asa was explaining to me that bass, that they, it stays in their face a little longer. And it's just slowly just dropping. And you just got to be ready, man. You got to be ready, because as soon as they see it and they're keying in on it, man, they go and they hit that thing, man. You feel it. You feel it, man. I felt that thing. As soon as I felt it, boom, set the hook. And, man, caught my third keeper, guys. That was my third one. For the fourth and fifth, again, guys, get you a group of guys that you are just having a time with, just having so much fun. You're talking about different fishing techniques, man. Go find you a group of guys like that so you can bounce knowledge off of each other's minds. I had dropped another video, guys, maybe a few weeks ago, maybe a week ago, on TikTok and Instagram and stuff, talking about my 5 lures in the month of April. I had told the guys, about the lizard, the Guggen Trench Hog. They went and saw the video. I threw the Guggen Trench Hog, that lizard, on Friday, and that's what I caught that first fish on, my only fish on Friday. Well, during the tournament, I was catching everything on that Texas rig, that tiny child rig. So I had forgotten about the lizard. Well, I had called my buddy, like at 1:30ish, and I only had 3 keepers. I needed 2 more to catch a limit, guys, and that was my goal for the beginning of the year. Like, I set that goal. I finally achieved it this tournament. He told me, he's like, yeah, man, I had a few, and I lost them on the lizard. And then we hung up, and I was like, man, the lizard, god dang it, I completely forgot about it. Guys, I am telling you, get out there right now and go throw that lizard around, man. Make sure, well, with me at least, I had to downsize, because I had a buddy, Sergio, that he gifted me, he let me have a few of his lizards, but they were a little bit bigger profile. Well, I was throwing that lizard, man, and they weren't biting it. So I downsized to that Guggen Trench Hog, green pumpkin with a little bit of blue flake, and had that white bottom. And, man, guys, as soon as I downsized and I was throwing that thing out there, man, like, they caught it. They hit it. And they were my last 2 keepers of the day. And that was it, guys. Your boy had a limit. I had a limit. I was just ecstatic. I was excited. I was just, guys, it was just a freaking awesome weekend, man. I ended up, I'll post right here. I'll post on the video the standings for the tournament, guys. Out of 75 anglers, I came in 28th place, I believe. So 28th place, guys. Man. I couldn't be any happier. It was freaking awesome. So, that's it, guys. That's it. I just wanted to recap, share with y'all kind of how the weekend went. And again, I absolutely appreciate everybody that are commenting, liking, sharing the link, tuning in, watching the videos. Guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about the videos, what you like, what you don't like. I love the constructive criticism, man. I had a buddy at work, telling me about, hey dude, you got to put some more energy into it. Maybe it's that I wasn't catching fish. I don't freaking know, man, because my energy levels are like so. But I just got home, man. Just had a 3-hour drive from Brownwood here, putting a little bit of gas in my truck, fixing to go see the family, unload, and that's it, man. The weekend was a success. It was definitely a success. Stop number 2, Lake Brownwood, is officially over. West Texas kayak fishing, guys, go and check us out. If you're in the area, come and join, man. It is a freaking fun time. Just absolutely awesome, man. They have these trails in, I believe, every region in Texas: west, north, south, east, central. If you're in that area, man, look it up on Facebook. That's how I found this one. And get out there and catch some fish, guys. It's absolutely a fun time. But that's it, man. That's it for this video. Appreciate everybody watching, and stay tuned, guys, because I'm gonna drop this episode and it's gonna be fire. So that's it. I'm out. Have a good one.